Why is it so important for a cinematographer to do the preps of the movie?
It's important for all contributors that have some sort of means of expressing the profound sentiment of the movie to be a part of the birth of the movie. Whether it's a film editor, a production designer, a cinematographer, actors, writers, everyone should be involved in that process, because together you're blending all those arts and crafts into creating the illusion of life. And the illusion of life is obviously in layers. We hear things, we see things, we respond emotionally to things. That's music. We see things, that's cinematography or production design. We hear things, that's sound. I mean, everybody should have a part in it, because if you walk onto the set without having any knowledge of what the intent of the director is or the writer, you're just going to mechanically capture the story. And there is so much more to telling story than the mechanics. I'm sure that whether you've told a joke or your grandparents have told you a story that you've heard 1,000 times before, there is that nuance, that little piece of that sentence that in the way that they tell that story, that makes that story uniquely different. And that is exactly the same way why it's important for all the collaborators to be involved in contributing to pre-production. Choosing lenses. You need to know specifically what lenses are going to best create the illusions that the director and the production designer have in their mind, and the writer. You need to know what the actors look like. You need to understand what's the best way to photograph them so that you can tell their story best. It's all a part of building a house. I mean, the architect wouldn't just bring in portions of the construction team in discussing how they're going to build a house. He would bring in all the key contributors in the initial discussion about how they were going to build that house. Filmmaking is no different. The unfortunate mistake that studios or financial people make in the making of motion pictures is they think they can get away with it. Oh, I've got a great director, so the director is going to bring all of this together. Or I've got a great whomever, I've got a great writer. It's not true. You can have the very best writer, you can have the very best director, best cinematographer, best actors, but if they don't come together and agree, that spontaneous spark that creates the illusion of life every second, 24 frames per second, will not exist.